All right, guys, it's me, your Moving Biz CEO. So what I'm about to do is play a clip from one of my mentorship coaching calls. And for everyone who does not know, I do offer coaching and mentorship. I do offer a course called the Moving Success Masterclass. The link is down below. Also, if you guys are watching, hit subscribe, thumbs up, and share. And for everyone who gets the course between now and the end of November, you, just like Mike on this video or on this audio, you're going to get the same thing he gets, which is one-on-one mentorship also. So for some of the students I have, these guys reach out, ladies too, from time to time. So I have a couple ladies that I mentor. Erica, if you're watching, hello. Lisa, if you're watching, hello. And so whenever they reach out, we usually set up some time to like go over at least once a week, like go over the business. So I don't just leave you with the masterclass. I actually help you to put it to work. So if you guys are watching, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit share. Thank you so much. Also go over to the Moving Biz Network. That's Moving Biz, B-I-Z Network on Facebook, and join the group. So we're going to create a VIP group just for those who want to learn about it and talk about the moving business more, and we can kind of help each other out. So it gives us like a private platform to discuss the business and the everyday workings of the business, so we can help each other out. And so that's going to be huge. That's going to be great. That's going to be positive content all the way around. And so let's go ahead and get started. Again, this is from one of my mentorship sessions with one of the students that I am currently training. So he took the course, and I currently reach out to him to help him with some things. And so this is going to be great audio. So I hope you guys are ready. And so here we go. Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what were you saying again?
So let's say it's Monday today. Let's say somebody booked with you for $50 reservation for Friday. They booked on a Monday.
Okay.
And then it's 1 o'clock on Thursday. You're trying to confirm everything, and they reschedule it. Would you recharge them for a reservation?
All right. So they booked with you on Monday. When you do your 24-hour reconfirmation on Thursday, they cancel your Friday.
And they move it. They try to move it. They try to move it to like, let's say Sunday. Would you charge another reservation?
Okay, gotcha. All right, so they paid you your reservation amount up front, which is $50.
Yeah.
All right. And one thing I'll say before finishing this thought is that's why I like y'all to take 100 minimum. So if you got 100 minimum, you're not even thinking about another 100, right? Right. You're only thinking about it because you didn't take enough. So get comfortable taking the 100. So you don't have to think about stuff like this. Now, one thing that can happen. So it's going to go back to this, because you don't want to piss your customer off about $50 or $100 or a reschedule, right? So that stuff is addressed in your early process. So if you book them, so let's say the lady's name is Nancy, right? So if Nancy called in and booked with you on Monday and you took a $50 deposit or a reservation amount, and then you hit her up on Thursday, like, hey, just reconfirming that we're still good to go at this time for tomorrow, and then they reschedule for Sunday. So let's look at it. If you go back and ask for a reservation, what are the grounds that they have to pay another reservation on? So you're going to potentially piss them off that they had to pay to reschedule. And the reason you're going to piss them off is because they're going to say, number one, I already paid you. Number two, why would I pay you 2 times and I still haven't moved? Right? And then why would you keep paying and you haven't moved? And the third thing is going to be that they're already going to be having negative energy. So if you go out, they already got negative energy. You might do a great job, but they're not going to forget that. So if you want to address something like that, there's a couple ways to do it. Number one, take a minimum of $100. You're not going to have a problem with that with a premium customer. Number two, because you only took 50, you know they can wiggle out of that and not care if they can find something cheap, right? And they don't care about the 50, so they can mess up your schedule anytime. They don't have to commit to you for $50. And the other thing is, and besides them messing up your schedule over and over again, because you can hit them up for Sunday and they can say, no, let's just do it Thursday. Because they don't have to be serious. It's only $50. Where if you take 100, they'll think twice about moving around, or because it could be that they just didn't get themselves ready. And because they only invested $50 into the reservation amount, they can wait a couple of days, take their time getting ready. Whereas if they pay 100, 150 in a reservation amount, or even the first 2 hours up front, now they got to get moved, right? And so you don't have to ask for anything else. They're going to try their best to get prepared. And so that's why you ask for that, so you can get that commitment. That getting the reservation amount or the deposit up front is more about them getting a commitment from them, getting them committed and locked in, more than it is about money. Because $100 ain't gonna make or break your business unless you're doing 20 of them a day. But it's more about them committing to you, putting down the phone, and not looking for other companies. And so the way you're gonna address that is you're gonna ask for more upfront, so you don't have to come back and ask for another 50. Number two, they're gonna say they don't want to pay twice and they never even moved yet. That's going to create bad energy and a negative experience before you even get there. And now you got to overcome that just to get on their good side. And number three, was it in the initial discussion and follow-up reservation email or confirmation email? Was it in writing? Was it told to them? Because you don't necessarily have to tell them that. Because once they set a date, you don't have to go over, okay, if it was rescheduled, there is a certain amount due. No, just put it in the confirmation email so they can read it. And when they read it, they'll say, damn, okay, if I reschedule, there's a reschedule. We ain't gonna say penalty or fee, but there's a reschedule amount that's due. So they're gonna think twice about rescheduling.
Right. Okay.
So you got to address that up front. So remember, I said if you run it into problems, go back and check your process. Right. So if you're booking her up front and she's pushing around the schedule, she may do it again. Now she's disrupting your flow, and you feel like, man, no, that's pretty much a damn near cancellation. So you need to pay me. But she's going to counter and say, but why am I paying you? I haven't moved yet. You haven't even told me about this of making another payment if I reschedule. That's part of the reason I reschedule. So if I'm you, I would put that in writing that, put it in your policy at the bottom. Hey, reschedule notice. If you reschedule prior to, 48 hours, or within 48 hours of your move, there is a reschedule processing amount due, right? And it don't have to be anything crazy. It could be $25.
Right. Just something.
Yeah, and that doesn't come out of your move. It could be 25. You could put $50. 50's fine because you want them to be able to fill it so they don't reschedule. So put 50 and. It does not apply to the total amount. Make sure you put that. Like, all right, it's $50, and also it does not apply to your total amount. So, right, if you reschedule for whatever reason, that's $50. Now, if you tell them that up front, they're going to hang up on you. But if you put it in writing before they confirm, and then let them confirm the reservation email, then you're good to go.
Okay. Got you.
That way they can only blame themselves. This time around, if they don't have that information, they could blame you.
100%.
Right. So you don't want them blaming you. You want them to blame themselves if they have to reschedule. So again, you got to put that. You got to put that in there.
Right. Okay.
And that's really all you got to do, man. So once you remember, like if you run into a problem, then that should change your process.
You're right. I haven't been running into many, but this one, it happened. Somebody rescheduled on Sunday as well. I charged them another $50 though, and they were fine with it. But I just didn't know if I should, because this person I told them already, and then they were like, I have to pay another $50, and does that go towards the bill? So I just was like, let me call before I reply to this message. You know, what is $50? Well, $50, you know, it's not much, but right now business is slow, so 50.
Yeah.
You know, 50 is something, I guess. 50. Business is slow for everybody right now, I think.
Yeah, that's got a lot. That's got a lot to do with the number of businesses, because people are still moving. It's not as many, but when a customer can call 10 companies before they call you, that's a problem. That's why I always say that the most important part of business is not customer service. It's advertising. It's marketing. That's why that's the most important part of your business. It doesn't matter if your customer service is A1 and nobody's using you. We don't even know you exist.
Exactly. You got to get them.
Right. But you could have a 1-star customer service, but if you're marketing, they'll call you.
They'll call you. They'll
right.
Just give you a chance.
Correct.
I mean, not you, but they'll give you a chance.
Yeah. Well, they're aware that you exist. Otherwise, you got great customer service and no marketing. I don't even know you're out there. You know. Right. So, but that's what I would do. I would go back and put it into the process and say, all right, let me learn from this so this does not happen again. If here it is written in your email that if you have to reschedule, if there's a $50 reschedule amount, and you put that in there, and now they'll be aware. Say, well, yeah, we can reschedule you, and then you go ahead and add that in, and when you close them out that day, it's on the balance. Because you don't want to ask for double deposits. Nobody's going to do that, and that's essentially what you're going to be asking for if you ask for more money, because you haven't moved them. But if you add it at the end of the move, then at least you can say, I did move you. Right? Would you want to keep paying for service you haven't gotten? No. They don't want to pay either. Who wants to pay for service they haven't gotten?
Right, 100%.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that, because all you're going to do is piss off your customer. And so definitely put it into your process from now on, because you need to sit down at night and write out your confirmation email. And put all your details, your payments that you accept, don't accept. If they use a card, it's a processing amount that has to be added. You know, and stuff like that. If you reschedule, here's our policy. If you have damages, you have 24 hours to report it, or better yet, when we leave your house, we're no longer responsible for damages. So you better do a walkthrough.
Oh yeah, I had that in there.
Yeah.
I had that in the contract. Yeah.
So it's no longer a contract, Mike. It's an agreement. It's a customer agreement form. So don't call it a contract. Nobody wants to be under contracts, but they don't mind being under a customer agreement.
Okay, just a different word.
Yeah, tell them they agree. Don't tell them they contracted with you. Tell them that they agree with you. And see, wordplay is everything, man, in business and sales. Just like I taught you how to stop saying fees, stop saying deposits. Yeah, so that language changes everything. So, don't give discounts, give customer rewards. Nobody wants a discount. It sounds cheap, but everybody wants a reward.
Right.
And so that's the best part, man. So write that stuff down, and then you'll be able to have success. By the way, man, I got a couple leads in Dallas. I'm gonna send to you. I'm gonna send them to you by the end of the day. And and then you can add those to your schedule. I got a couple leads. Yeah, I got a couple leads in Dallas. I'm gonna send them to you, and you can take those leads and make some money with them. Put them on your schedule.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll send them I'll get them sent to you by the end of the day, and that could help keep your crew busy and make some money. But yeah, man, like I said, other than that, it's just make sure that you got what you need in that email so that they can only blame themselves. Because when you say, hey, you did click here and said you verified this and confirmed it, yeah, I did. Okay, well, how's that my fault? I gave you the information. So that's what you want to do. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. But I'm giving you an inside look at or inside listen at some of the coaching and mentorship that I do provide. So I've owned a moving business for some years now. And so whenever I can, I do reach out. So I started off by just a few people asking me to help them. And so it turned into coaching, which I found out really quickly takes a lot of time. And so I went ahead and created a course because there were a few people asking for the course instead. So I created a course, the Moving Success Masterclass. So the link will be in the comments. So guys, if you want to get this kind of coaching, this kind of mentorship, because I've taught Mike and his business how to become a 7-figure per year business within the next year to year and a half. And that's a realistic timetable because it takes time to grow a business, understand the business, and then how to get moving. So I taught Mike how to grow. In fact, I'm going to bring him back on probably this time next year. And I guarantee you he's going to have $1 million business and he'll talk to you about it. And so guys, if you're out there, you want to make $250,000 a year, that's fine. I can teach you that by teaching you 5 things. And that's how to get more leads, how to convert those leads into sales or moving customers. Then I can teach you how to get 5-star reviews all the time. It's going to make you like, that part is probably one of the best things that I do, teach you how to get the best reviews all the time, because your reviews are important. Because when the customers look at you, whenever they Google you, there's literally 10, 20 other companies that pop up with you. So the question is, how do they choose you out of a pool of companies? What separates you? And so there are a few things I can give you, a few clues on some things that'll separate you when it comes to getting the customers to call you. And so that's what this is all about. That's what mentorship is about. I always say, if you want to get there faster, take the shortcut. What's the shortcut? Learn from someone who's already done it. Learn from someone who can teach you. Pay them what they ask to teach you, whether it be me or someone else. Pay them. Get their knowledge. Get everything that they have already. Put it into your mind. Go to work on it. So if I was getting into real estate, I know nothing about real estate. But guess what? There are some people who know about real estate. So I would pay them to teach me as quickly as possible, because wealth, whether you know it or not, money has a need for speed. Getting rich, it's about speed. I'll prove it to you. If a person makes $1 million over 10 years, are they rich? So they made $200,000 a year. I'm sorry, $100,000 a year for 10 years. And they got $1 million after 10 years. Would you call them rich? No, because they only made $100,000 a year. You wouldn't call them rich. But if a person makes $1 million in 2 years, would you call them rich? Yeah, of course. So what's the difference? They both made $1 million. Yeah, but one made it faster, right? So exactly. So getting rich, getting wealthy, and building a successful business is all about speed. So if you're sitting there thinking, well, I'll look back next year, then you're going to get left behind. This is a competitive market. We already talked about it in the video. If you heard the whole thing, go back and listen. If you didn't, this is a competitive industry. You want to separate yourself from all the other companies out there, right? You don't want to argue about price. You don't want to go through all of that. If someone calls you, how do you book them? How do you guarantee almost that you're going to get them scheduled? Are you winging it? Are you just saying anything on your phone call? You have no idea what to talk about. When the customer says, hey, somebody offered a lower price than you. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand how to rebuttal that? Or do you just get into a bidding war where your prices just get lower and lower and you're almost working for free just to capture that job? So those are some things you want to learn. Are you getting 1-star reviews? That's killing your business. You don't want to get that. You keep getting bad reviews, you're going to have to rename your business. So, and you don't want to be in that position. So that's why I share with you guys the importance of getting training, learning how to launch your business. You see, Mike is somebody I've worked with, helping him to grow his business. And whenever we talk, I'm giving him something else that's mind-blowing for his business. And he can go right, implement it, and turn that mistake into money. So that's what I want to teach you guys to do. Turn your mistakes into money, turn your customers into fans for your business. I'm talking about raving fans who love you and can't wait to tell others about you. And so that's a big part of being successful. You have to have that repeat business. Even if they're not moving, they can refer you. So all that's a part of business, right? And your success. So again, if you want to get one-on-one coaching, you have to get that masterclass before the end of November. Other than that, I won't be doing the one-on-one part. And also go to Facebook, Moving Business Network, Moving Biz Network. Follow me, Moving Biz CEO, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this content. That's a big part of what we do and why I do it. And so I enjoy it. And I know you guys heading to the holidays. Look, get this course over the holidays for the next month and a half. Learn this. Learn everything I'm teaching you. Absorb it. And then when the next year starts off, start off with the blast. Go ahead and build that 7-figure business that you know you're capable of building. So don't let anybody take that from you. And most importantly, don't you steal that dream from yourself by procrastinating or saying you can't afford it or you can't do this and you can't do that. It's very, very affordable. It's almost cheap, the course is. It's almost cheap. So go get it while you can. Don't focus on what's going out. Focus on the money that's going to be coming in. If I told you I can help you to make an extra $250,000 in your first year, how much would you be willing to pay to make that? Right? Would you be willing to pay $10,000 for $250,000? I would, without a question. Would you be willing to pay $5,000, $4,000, $3,000, $2,000, $1,000? Of course you would, because it makes sense. The return makes sense, right? So again, and the course is way less than that. So go ahead and grab it now. And then for those of you who get it, I'm going to get the alert and I'm going to reach out to you. And we're going to start one-on-one also as you go through the training. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit subscribe, thumbs up, also share, and I'll see you guys on the next video.